It's rare and getting rarer. Pristine nature. Believe it or not, this is a holiday resort, but this resort takes the eco in ecotourism very seriously. Chumbe Island off Zanzibar in East Africa. A blend of science, education and commitment ensures that young Zanzibaris can experience a coral reef the way nature intended. It's estimated the world could lose 70% of all coral reefs by 2050. The living reefs in the seas off Tanzania are being destroyed by illegal coral mining and dynamite fishing and by pollution from the land. Chumbe is Tanzania's first marine sanctuary, a 1 kilometre long, privately leased, densely forested island. Its protected status is down to Sybil Riedmiller from Germany. 20 years ago, Riedmiller was in Zanzibar as an education advisor. She was dismayed by what she saw happening to the coral.
I witnessed dynamite fishing every day, coral reefs being blasted to pieces. And it was impossible at that time to actually make a government interested in this issue.
But it's stunning underwater. The underwater is just, that's the extreme part.
This must be underwater love.
There's no word in Kiswahili, the national language, for corals. I felt there was a huge need to create awareness among fishermen that corals is something living, and among government people that corals can make money with tourism by preserving them. I came up with the idea of creating a marine park, which is funded by tourists, but would provide free education for local people, both fishers and schoolchildren as target groups. And after 2 months of going around to fishermen, I found this place.
Chumbe had been a military no-go area and is near busy shipping lanes, so fishermen had been banned.
So I felt, well, this place needs to be protected. So I proposed to government to make this a marine park as a private investment. I wanted to prove it's possible to build in a nature reserve, in a reef, getting as close as possible to zero impact on the corals. No sewage, no runoff. All energy provided by the sun.
Around 3,000 people visit Chumbe each year, completely covering the costs of conservation.
Welcome to our eco-friendly bungalow. Down underneath, there is a water system that keeps water, which about approximately 15,000 liters of water. You can see the solar panels are being placed just right up here. The solar heater, which we have it here, hot water being heated from the solar heater to a shower. The composting toilet looks just like this here. You take one or even more after using this to cut off the smell. And tie this rope so that you can have a nice view of the sea.
I have to make sure this conservation area stays safe. No one can to destroy this area. So just to make sure everything is going very well on the island.
As part of their visit, guests are taken on a tour of the forest. Research scientists come to study the complex ecology and have even discovered some new species. Key to wildlife conservation success was the eradication of the island's population of rats, the prime destroyer of vulnerable island species.
Yeah, so this is known as coconut crab. And it is known as coconut crab because actually their favorite food is coconut.
All the colors, all the different animals. You did never expect to see so much things just underneath the water.
We've been looked after really well, but the island itself is beautiful. The coral.
Wildlife's magnificent.
Yeah.
Ecologically, there's no touch on the land at all, which is something I've never seen done so effectively before.
Nearby Zanzibar is a small island 1.5 times the size of Hong Kong, with a rapidly increasing population of 1 million people. Here, the young people seldom have a chance to experience unspoilt nature firsthand. Chumbe and its special education program gives them the real thing. The first lesson is about the threat of pollution from the land. The main danger is untreated sewage. It can lead to algal blooms, which block the sunlight essential to the fragile life of the reef.
The issue we have in many coastal areas, it is the pollution.
You say that sea cucumber, it helps to reduce the amount of nutrients in the sea. So why the process doing that?
What is the contribution of other creatures like algae or like sea cucumber is to reduce that nutrient level in water. So the same amount of water we are using in the kitchen, 8 liters per day, nearly it is 60 liters collected after 2 days. Then we are recycling water.
The students also learn new ideas about conservation which can help sustain a precious resource such as fresh water.
So from here, water is coming and it is stored in this another chamber. There's a difference. There is no smell here and water is clear. Hii itatufanya tuweze kuona ndani ya.
But the real treat is snorkeling. Most of these teenagers can't swim and so need buoyancy aids.
Some of you are not very confident in swimming.
Yeah. They overcome their fear of the sea and start to experience a world they could not have imagined.
How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year.
If Chumbe Island were to win World Challenge, we would sustain our education program, or we could completely pay for our education program alone for at least 3 years.
The idea was to make conservation pay for itself by doing the best of ecotourism you can do. And this is not for profit. It's not for profit. You use the profits for conservation education programs. Yes, we made it happen. It's working. It's working.